Sheldon Keefe wasn't out there tonight?
Yeah, he blocked a shot yesterday in his foot, so he just needed to take the day here today. We have day off tomorrow, so he'll get assessed. We don't have all the information at this point, so he may be good to go in practice next day, or it might be a day-to-day thing. But won't know more till he gets more pictures and information and such.
How's it been managing Jack's workload? I mean, he's appeared in every game. He left early today, I guess, just for rest purposes.
Yeah, him leaving today is just simply managing his workload. It was going to be a very heavy day today for goaltenders in terms of the number of shots and type of shots that were going to be coming, so we didn't think it was necessary for him to go through that. He did a goalie session, did the early part of the practice, as you saw, and then we get him to get out of here and day off tomorrow, and then you'll get back to it after that. So yeah, it's just important, I think, in managing your goaltenders. You try to avoid some of the things that are really player-centric and the drills and stuff that you're trying to do. Sometimes you don't need to put the goaltenders through that, so that we had the opportunity to give them most of today off, and I think it serves the purpose well.
What's your reaction, Sheldon, to hearing that Nick Robertson's been 10 weeks in with a broken leg?
Firstly, feel for Nick. It's tough luck for him. He's coming off a good camp. I know he was excited to have a good season. I had watched the first game of the Marlies, most of it, and I thought he looked good and everything. So it's very unfortunate. So you feel for him, a guy that works as hard as he does and is as committed as he is. That it's tough to see that happen, but I also know, because of how hard he works and the commitment that he has, that if anybody's going to work their way through that and bounce back, he's going to do that. He battled some injuries last season as well, and this will be no different. It's as unfortunate as it is, these things happen, and you got to find your way through it.
Is there anything you think he needs to do to ensure his development doesn't suffer long term?
I think first and foremost, just take care of his leg and heal. That's really it. I don't think it's anything more than that. As unfortunate as it is, I think these things are quite common. I don't think they're things that have long-term effects or anything of that nature.
You mentioned last night you like a lot of what Mitch is bringing to the table, but we know he likes to produce, feels like he needs to. What's your sense of where his head's at? If you sense any frustration or just what you're seeing from him?
I sense no frustration. I think he's feeling good, and like I said last night, I think he's done a lot of really good things. I thought he and Austin kind of picked up where they left off yesterday. Obviously, it didn't go in for them, but I think that the chemistry that they have is there. And as I was saying with Mitch, of course, there's a lot of attention on production and things of that nature. He was one of the top scorers in the entire league last season, and he consistently has been. But he also does a lot of really good things for us without the puck. So I think I'm not worried about the offensive side. It is going to come. He's going to break out. Austin's going to break out. We've got a number of others on our team. I think John. These guys are going to find their offense, and of course we'll benefit from that.
What do you think of John's game so far?
I think just like Mitch, I think he's been good. I think, defensively, there's been no issues there for me. When he's playing up with Mitch, or really, last night playing back with Will and Bunce, I thought that line was really good. Had a number of very good looks. So I've been happy with him. He was dominant in the face-off circle as he has been, for most of the season here, and most of the time you expect that from him. But last night, our whole team seemed to take it to another level, and it's great to see. I think having David Kamp's presence in terms of what it does with our centers and face-offs, I think it puts two elite face-off guys like Austin and John in an even better situation, and we hope to continue to see some of those benefits. But I've got no issues with any of our guys with how we've played here through 4 games.
Having said that, Sheldon, what pushes the team over the edge as far as turning those chances into goals? And you've got 2 games now where goaltenders have more or less stolen. How does you guys make the difference?
Well, for me, we got to focus on the things that we can control. We can't control the goaltender's performance necessarily, but we can control how difficult his game may be. We generated, if I just focus on last night, we generated a lot of scoring opportunities, a lot of very clean looks at the goaltender. but we don't want them to always be so clean. We need other people to get around the net. We need to get some deflections. We need to get loose pucks in and around the cage. So there's a lot of things that we can do that can help influence things offensively there for all of our lines. You know, you look at the type of the goal that we did score last night. You know, Bunce just drives to the back post and you throw it in there, and good things happen for us. Sometimes those are the type of things that need to go for you. I think the number of clean looks that we had, you look at the looks that Austin had, you know, Riley on the rebound opportunity, Willie a couple times is in alone. Like, those are the type of things that those are going to go in the net. But I look at the bigger picture and some of the things we can do to try to make life a little bit harder on the goalies.
How much is that drill we saw at the end there kind of a fun way to replicate that and recreate that kind of front?
Yeah, that's part of it for sure. Just competing in that space, putting pucks into that area, trying to get your stick free, fight for positioning, all those kind of things. That's all part of it for sure.
Realizing you have many good options in the shootout, is Rasmus Sandin working his way up the list?
Yeah, he is for sure. You know, we've been trying to work him in there. He and Morgan Riley had two of our best goals today. So yeah, options for sure.
What did you want to accomplish in today's practice? Obviously, you had the day off tomorrow. You don't always get this kind of break in the schedule, I suppose. What did you want to accomplish today?
Yeah, we wanted to get the guys a good sweat and get them working up and down the ice. Yet at the same time, we wanted to get them lots of offensive touches. Part of what we did today is reflective of how the first 4 games have gone and trying to, you know, get some of our scoring and things like that going. But other parts of it are just continuing to lay out the foundation of things we want to work at as a team. You know, something as simple as 2-on-1 execution is something we're talking a lot about, but haven't had a whole lot of time to commit to it. A day after a game like this is, I think, a good opportunity. You can't stress them and expect them to push too hard and be too competitive in terms of 5-on-5 type situations. So a day like today is a good opportunity for that. Day off tomorrow and then back to work in preparation for the
Just
weekend.
going up on Mark said, just a bit of weird scheduling. The Sharks played twice before they played you guys. So do you watch those games as they're happening, or is it something you do once you get the office again? Or how does that work for you for the preparation?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I'll watch them when they're on TV. I won't. You know, I still got to be a dad and run around with my kids and do all that thing. But I'll have a peek. But mainly, you know, our staff is breaking those games down, and then when we get in the office, we're more, you know, focusing in on specific things. But yeah, it's a bit of a funky schedule. I think, if I remember correctly, we started last week on Wednesday, game 1 in San Jose, and starts Saturday. You know, so it's kind of flipped a little bit here now. But that's the ebbs and flows of the NHL schedule.
Safe to say Hutch will get one of the starts on the back-to-back?
Yes.